All right, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the Biz with D right here on My Fear Slings Radio. We got our boy Puma from Black Ink back on with us. What's going on, man?
What's going on, David? How are you? Good to speak to you again, sir.
Definitely. Great to speak to you. Doing great. How about yourself?
Like I just said, besides the bullshit, I'm pretty awesome. Can't complain.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, definitely got to say, man, this season of Black Ink is crazy. What's your overall thoughts on everything that's going on right now?
It's interesting enough, but I feel like there's a lot of people who are just watching maybe Black Ink for the first time, third season. And a lot of them don't know, like, what happened in first season and second season. And, they're not really, some people don't get the whole storyline of what they're seeing and why they see what they see, Some people are just new watchers, and I appreciate the new watchers, you know what I mean? Like, people who are hearing it from word of mouth, like, yeah, you should watch that Black Ink show. And some people are just watching it for the first time, and they're hooked, you know what I mean? But some of them still have to watch season 1 and season 2 to really get an understanding of what's going on in season 3,
And I'm glad people are now watching it. There's always new viewers. It's just a great show, and I mean we've talked about it before with all the stuff that you're doing. I'm glad that they can even see you got your own shop and all that other good stuff.
Yeah, I mean I'm glad that people get to see the good and the bad though. Like I feel like in the first 2 seasons it made look like my relationship was just perfect, and at the end of the day, no relationship is perfect. You know what I mean? Like, I like people to see what a real married couple goes through in their first year of marriage. Like, it's impossible for everything to be perfect, regardless if you're on TV or if you're just living your regular life,
That's very true. And speaking of marriage, we just talked to Kwani, and we talked about when she got, very frustrated with, not being able to understand it. The time difference and stuff like that when she was in Paris. When that all happened at that time, what was like going through your mind besides being exhausted at that point in time?
Well, I mean, like people always say, they just look at the negative, they look at, oh, look, her iPad is broke. And it's like, okay, that's all people see. And they're not really paying attention to nothing else, like, end of the day, I picked up. That's the main thing. I actually picked up. Like, nobody thought about that part. Like, there's a 6-hour time difference from Paris to New York. Mm-hmm. So, at certain times, it could be really early in the morning, and it could be really late at night. But regardless, I saw my wife's name. I picked up. I was half dead, but I still picked up. People don't appreciate nothing.
And that's the most important part, that you did pick up. And I wish we would have given you, like, your credit for that. I'm just like, yo, give my boy Puma a break. We get Kwani's perspective, too. Give him a break,
Yeah. No. But like I said, I feel like it's almost like like I said, from watching the first 2 seasons of Black Ink, it's almost like people expect me to be perfect. I've come to realize, it's that's one thing that I'm kind of glad that people are seeing my imperfections. I am not a perfect person. You know what I mean? There's mistakes I make. I have emotions. I have feelings. I have moments. I am not this superhero named Puma. You know what I mean? I'm a regular human named Puma, and I feel like that's where America sometimes gets it wrong. You know what I mean? Like, I guess they expect everything to be perfect on television, and they don't realize that that's not the real gist of everything.
Right. And even what they're seeing on television isn't perfect, because, in all actuality, a reality of somebody's life isn't perfect. It's just filled with the good, bad, and the ugly. And since we're talking about the ugly, you and Fees, guys are back at it again with that the fight. What happened with that exactly? Because I'm sure there was more to it that really triggered it with the whole thing that happened.
I mean, like I said, this is, like I said before, this is stemming from seasons. This is not just something that just happened and, like, oh, my God, why is Puma being here? My first thing when I read all these comments, I'm like, a lot of these people really must not watch the Black Ink Crew show, because I really remembered when people came to Ink 124 and all the slander that I got as people walked into my business. I don't think anybody remembers that, but I kind of do because I watched that episode. And I got a lot of slander from other people, you know what I mean? People talking all types of crap about me for episodes about my new business and how much I'm a traitor and I betrayal people because I got fired and I went above myself to keep trying to feed my family. I am a horrible human. And this is like the image that is painted of me and how people really believe that. Like that's the illest, craziest part about it. It's like they totally forget about all the hate that Puma gets. How people were talking about his kid ain't his and all this other stuff. And I always just took it as like a grain of salt and kept it moving.
Right.
You get one moment when I'm cracking jokes with people, like you have a super boring party. There's nothing going on. So, you know, the New Yorker in me, I like to crack jokes. If anybody who knows me, we crack jokes. You know what I mean? They make jokes. These people made jokes about Ted having sex with Sassy's mom. Those were all jokes, correct? Remember that? That was all a joke. But other people can't take jokes when it's a little, you know, touchy. And that's the messed up part about it. You know what I mean? Like, it makes me look like the hater, but it's not really just me being a hater. It's me making jokes on people who always make jokes on me. So what? Because I'm doing a little better and my jokes are a little bit more cutting. It's a little bit more like I'm hating now. It's not that. It's life, man. That's how it is, yo. Like, you got to talk about, you know, if you're doing good, you're not going to talk about you doing good. You're going to just talk about all the bad stuff still.
Right. And that's what people... And that's what people don't like.
They want you to be... That I've been dealing with that actually all week. It's people, you can't win with humans, I've come to realize. Like, I had somebody tell me I'm fame crazy. Puma is fame crazy. Now, David, you've seen me in public. You've been around me. I am the most chill human being ever. I don't walk around with no security. I walk up to people. You ask me to take a picture. Shit, hell yeah. I will sit there, take a picture with you, have a conversation. I'm a very cool individual, you know what I mean? But with humans, the best part is like, what's the most common question you always get when people see you? How are you? Now, if you say, I'm all right, oh, he's gassed up, yo, he don't talk. If you say, I'm doing great, oh, he's Hollywood, he thinks he got it all, he's bragging.
Yep.
You can't win. It's just no winning with humans, yo. You can't do nothing that will make anybody happy, regardless. Like, you know what I mean? It's just life. As long as you're doing good, everybody's always going to be like angry at you.
And I've even noticed that myself. I noticed that myself with like my platform and what I've been able to do with like different clients, myself, and people being like, "Oh, he's being Hollywood." I'm like, "No, I'm not being Hollywood. I'm just having fairness and being true to who I am as an individual. I'm not boosting myself.
You're proud of you're proud of your come up,
right?
Why not be proud of your come up? Like you're supposed to be upset that you've come from wherever you came and you're on your way to doing something else. You're supposed to just stay quiet and not talk about it and just keep it all to yourself. If you say anything, people get, you know, they feel away. They feel like you're a hater, and it's like, no, I'm not a hater. I'm just freaking bigging up myself. Like, you're supposed to do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I love Kanye West. I swear I do. That man bigs up himself. Muhammad Ali bigged up himself. Like, these people were haters. They believe in themselves. What's wrong with believing in yourself, man? You know? That's what's wrong. People always want to get put on and stop believing in themselves.
Right.
Life.
And that's a huge problem, you know, kind of talking about your shop and everything. How's everything going? Because I see the business is really going, and even with the clothing line.
Well, it's the clothing line is going. Shout out to IUFONY. Where the clothing line is going good. We're getting into accessories right now. I got these iPhone cases I'm about to put out to the public, and I'm still working with that because, you know, that was all brand new to me. Like, I've been around fashion for years, but I never was like a fashion designer or a fashion owner. So it's all new, and I'm still learning. Everything with business is a learning experience. With the shop, as you watch the Black Ink Crew show, you will see what happens with Inkwood 24 and how it goes up and down. You know what I mean? And just know that life's failures bring lessons. And I'll leave it at that. Not to say that Inkwood 24 is a failure, but with dealing with humans and people, and when you're going in certain lanes, and as you get bigger, you start realizing that even people you trust and believe in that you know all your life, they still have alternative motives, you know. And You get to watch all that, and you get to see what I go through, and it's still going to have a lot of people still hating. Some people are still not. A lot of people may not like me this season. A lot of people may understand me this season. Personally, I'm just glad to be able to be on TV and just show real life situations. That's what the best part at the end of the day.
I know one thing they do understand, that you dropped that lemon pepper chicken on the ground.
Yeah, man. But if you see how greasy it was, too, though, man, it was a little too greasy for me, man. You know, I got high blood pressure and cholesterol. I don't need all that, man. So, you know, I was kind of over it. I was just mad I had so much lemon pepper on my lip at the time.
So it was just a perfect time for it to be dropped. It was like, look.
Yeah. But, you know, at the end of the day, too, man, it just like I apologize to a lot of people, because if you really, like, there's some people who really, really know me and know my mindset and how I think about stuff, and
right.
I wasn't happy with myself. I don't want people to be thinking like, oh, my God, yeah, Puma thinks he's the man because he dropped a piece of chicken, or he was trying, like, that was more of a moment where out of anger and I did something disrespectful. And it's like, I regret what I did at that moment, but what was going on at that time, I really don't, because like I said, there's a lot of stuff that's been said to me, that has been done to me, that I've never said nothing. Not a word, like, you know what I mean? Like, people have disrespected me on a whole different level, and I've always just taken it with a grain of salt and just kept it moving. But then there's one time where I'm just making my own jokes, and like I said, people just take it too serious. So it is what it is, but I still apologize for my random moment. You know what I mean, to the people, not to the people that I had the moment with, but more to the kids that watch, to the people that watch me who are fans that may not want to be a fan of me no more because they feel I'm a hater, which is far from the fact. But, you know, I apologize to those, you know.
Yeah, and you know what? They're allergic to realists. That's what it all comes down to. When people see being real, they hate that.
Yeah.
No one wants to be real.
You can never speak with a verbal undress. That's one thing I've always said to people, and that's like, you know what I mean? When you speak like that to people, they feel away. You know what I mean? Like, David, I can't really talk the way I be wanting to talk sometimes, man, because I make people feel away. You know what I mean? My wife, my mother-in-law, they all told me this before. I have a tone in how I speak to people that makes them feel away. So I have to, like, I've been learning how to curve my speech and keep it to myself, you know, because people are very emotional.
Me and you both. Like, I have people tell me all the time, like, even my mom, she'll be like, you're nasty. You're really nasty. You're really disrespectful. And I tell them, like, you know, it's not me being disrespectful but nasty. It's being the fact that I'm not going to take anybody's shit. You know, you reach your breaking point where you have to be like, you know what, this is what I will tolerate, this is what I won't tolerate. Take it or leave it.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm like a grown-ass man. I got, like, a wife, a kid. I pay my bills. Like, I gotta, you know, it's a certain way how you gotta be, like a certain, I guess I'm a little old school, and I have a way of being, like, man. And it's like a certain way of things that I can't fabricate, you know what I mean? I just can't get into it.
And you mentioned fashion. Are you and Kwani going to be doing something together? Because she told me about her love for fashion and photography.
Yes. Well, right now, my thing is I'm pushing Kwani to be what she wants to be. You know what I mean? My main thing, like I said, like America is seeing me, but they think that it's me not supporting my wife. It's just, I guess I was raised with tough love. And the only person that's going to make you do something is you. You know what I mean? I could tell you can do it, but at the end of the day, you have to actually do it. You know what I mean? And I said this in the scene, but nobody caught it. As always, they only just see the negative. They never catch the stuff that I actually say. Nobody can do nothing for yourself but yourself. Like, I can support you. I can introduce you to people, but at the end of the day, you still have to close it out. You have to close your deal. You have to do it yourself. So she, like, you know, she has to be her own woman. She's a very independent human. But I've always got her back forever. That's how we met. I've always had her back. And whatever she wants to do, we can do. Like, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm always open to ideas. So that's why I told her, like, you just got to really pump what you really want out of life. And right now she really wants female fashion, so I'll help her whatever way I can. But it's up to her, you know what I mean? Because then that's what they say, oh, I'm on Puma's coattails and he's just doing it all. And that's why I just let people do for themselves. I have, like, a certain way No.
That's true. And do you think that people should, well, this is probably a dumb question, but I'll ask it anyway. Do you think that people should be a little bit more open-minded with you and Kwani's situation and understand it a little bit more? Because she definitely went in depth with us about, you guys' relationship and, how
I mean, I can't really ask for people to be more open. You know what I mean?